Srimad Bhagwad Gita, Chapter 2, Sloka 64. Then we will do chanting Ragadvesha
रागद्वेष
Viyuktestu
वियुक्तेस्तु
Vishaya
विषय
Nindriyascharana
निन्द्रियैश्चरन्
Atmavashair
आत्मवशेर्
Vidheyatma
विधेयात्मा
Prasada
प्रसाद
Madigachati.
मदिगच्छति
Shloka 65. Prasade
प्रसादे
Sarvadukhanam
सर्वदुःखानां
Hanirasyo
हानिरस्यो
Pajayate
पजायते
Prasanna
प्रसन्न
Chetaso Yashu
चेतसो ह्याशु
Buddhi Parya
बुद्धिपर्यवतिष्ठते
Vatisthate. Thank you. Now we will do the meaning 64. Raga attachment, Devasha dislike, Viyukte free, Tu but, Vishyan objects of the senses, Indriye by the senses, Charan while using, Atmavashye controlling one's mind, Vidheyatma one who controls the mind, Prasadam the grace of God, Adhigachati attains. So here Sri Krishna ji has said, but one who controls the mind and is free from attachment and dislike, even while using the objects of the senses, such person becomes eligible to get God's grace. So this thing is very difficult, right? That to control the mind and free from attachment and dislike while using the objects of the senses. Like you are neutral. So this, what is this situation? Then that person becomes a yogi. He has attained the yogi level that while in this material world, he is doing his primary duty, normal routine life. Like for any other person, he is the normal routine life. But he is not attached to any of the things what he is doing. He doesn't have any likes or dislikes. That yogi is like, I'm just following the command of Sri Krishna ji. I'm offering everything for Sri Krishna ji. Everything belongs to Sri Krishna ji. I'm just like no following his command. So he is not attached. He neither has the like or dislike. So he has attained the yogi level and he is eligible to get God's grace. So that is very difficult. This state is very difficult. To get to that state, we have to, a person has to do tap for many years. You know, tap in the sense to follow the instructions of Sri Krishna ji, to remember Sri Krishna ji always, to chant the shlokas. So all these things what happen helps a person to follow the path of the Supreme Lord. So one must ask, like, why we should remember, why we should chant. Okay, I will follow all the instructions given in the Bhagwad Gita. But why I should remember Sri Krishna ji? Why I should chant? Basically, all goes together. You know, if you chant, you will get more positive energy. If you remember Sri Krishna ji, he will remember you and he will help you to be in the path for which is given in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So it is, all are connected to each other, that we always remember Sri Krishna ji, do the chanting and follow his instructions and be in the path of moksha. So this is one more level, that being in this material world, connected with, you are in your family, you are leading a normal life, but your mind is always on Sri Krishna ji. You don't have any attachment with anything. Like, no, sometimes we get happy by receiving some gift, or sometimes we are happy by going for shopping, or sometimes we are happy by eating good food, going to very posh restaurant. So that yogi, for him, everything is doesn't matter at all. For that, yogi is like, okay, it is a food time, I will eat sattvic food. So that a person, if that attains this yogi level, they will eat sattvic food. Sattvic food is very simple food, less food. So this will also be discussed by Sri Krishna ji, like what is sattvic food, how a person has to eat. So basically, with this level is the top level. To attain this level, it's really difficult. So Sri Krishna ji is saying, if a person becomes a yogi and attains this level, he is eligible to get God's grace. Okay, Siddhant, would you like to explain?
Yes, ma'am. So here, Lord Shri Krishna is saying that one who does their primary duty and is able to handle with material objects without getting attached to them is a true yogi. And these yogis, they have to follow Lord Shri Krishna, his commands, and chant his shlokas and remember him, and to be in this path of the moksha and high intellect.
Thank you, Siddhant. Nalli ma'am? Okay.
So here, Krishna says that a yogi means that he though there is some material things, he is not disturbed in mindset. So whatever the situation comes, he is not disturbed. He is same across all the situation, and he chants and offers everything to Krishna.
Thank you, ma'am. Usha Baji?
Here, Lord Krishna is saying that who is not distracted by the material things, and the mind should be stable without any anger or without any other sense objects can distract. That person is called yogi, and that is eligible to have a God grace in the path of moksha. They are in the path of moksha. So our mind should always be stable and not be distracted by other things. We should be controlled our mind.
Thank you, Buaji. Ritu Babi?
So in this shloka, Krishna ji says that a person, even while being in his senses, if he is not affected by the material world, he is called as a yogi and he is eligible for moksha in this world.
Thank you so much. Sanchi, would you like to explain?
Ma'am,
Yeah? Jaldi.
I joined late.
Huh, you joined that time I was explaining. Okay, I'll explain again for Sanchi, Akriti, and Rupashri ma'am. Shri Krishna, everyone.
Sri Krishna, ma'am.
Shri
Sri
Krishna.
Krishna, ma'am.
Shri Krishna.
Shri Krishna.
Shri Krishna. So we are doing chapter 2, Sloka 64. In this shloka, Sri Krishna ji is saying that a person who who is in this material life, who is leading his life with doing by all his primary duties, staying with where he was, and he has attained a state that he is not attached to anything, he doesn't have any likes or dislikes, and he is using all the objects of the senses. So object of the senses in the sense, he is using all the material things. He has not left his life and he has not went to Himalayas and staying alone and meditating upon the Supreme Lord. He is here in this material life, in this, wherever he is born and he is there. But he has gained that state that he can control his mind, control his likes and dislikes, and he is not attached to anything. So then when a person attains that level, he becomes a yogi. So Shri Krishna ji is saying that person is eligible for God's grace. So attaining that state itself is very difficult. But if someone attains that state, that being in this material life, not attached to anything, no likes, no dislikes, then of course that person is eligible for the God's grace. Rupashri ma'am.
I'm sorry, sorry.
No problem. Akriti.
Okay, ma'am. So Raji Krishna is telling that if you dislike and like stuff, you will never attain more. So Raji Krishna is telling that we should not have any dislikes or likes. If we do, we're not going to attain so much more. So Lord Shri Krishna is telling that we should focus on our primary duty, and also we should always remember Lord by chanting shlokas, and also we should offer.
Thank you. Sanchi.
Yes, ma'am. So here Lord Shri Krishna is telling us that who is not, who is disliking and liking it can't attain moksha.
Correct. Then what that person has to do?
They have to offer everything to Sri Krishna, and we have to also remember him every time.
And when that person do, what will happen?
We can attain moksha.
Good. Thank you. Rupashri ma'am. Okay, we will go to.
I'll just try. Like, yeah. Here, Lord Shri Krishna is trying to say that we are born in different forms in this materialistic world, like in different ways, like people are existing in different lives. But despite that, we need to have control over our senses, and we need to realize we need to overcome the inclination towards it. And that person is called a true yogi. So we need to try to become that.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we will do the Sloka 65 meaning. 65. Prasade by divine grace, sarva all, dukkhanam of sorrows, honey destructions, asya his, upajayate comes, prasanna chetasa with a tranquil mind, he indeed, ashu soon, buddhi intellect, paryavashtite becomes firmly established. Now Sri Krishna ji has said, by divine grace comes the peace in which all sorrows end, and the intellect of such a person of tranquil mind soon becomes firmly established in God. So Sri Krishna ji is saying that to gain peace, one who have peace, it is by divine grace. है ना? To be peaceful, it's very difficult. To be peaceful in your life, where you are, in which situation, it's very difficult. So what is being peaceful? What is peace? That you are happy, you are satisfied. When a person is not happy, not satisfied, and wanting for more, that person is not in a peaceful mind at all. His mind is running, that mind is full of mess up. The mind is running like horses in all the directions. So Shri Krishna ji is saying that it is by the divine grace that one gets the peace of mind where all the sorrows end. So how the sorrows are? From where does the sorrow comes? We wish for something and we don't get that, we have sorrow in our life, right? We want more, a person looking for more, anything, and that person is not able to fulfill that wish, the sorrow enters the life. So that is why Sri Krishna ji is saying peace is peace comes to a person by divine grace where all the sorrow ends, and intellect of such a person of tranquil mind soon becomes firm established in God. Obviously, right? At that moment, the mind is established in God because the mind is stable, cool, calm, right? Peaceful. So the mind is able to focus on the Supreme Lord. Correct? Suppose I am thinking that okay, now it is the evening time, I should go down. I have joined through three kitty parties. I have to attend this party, that party. Would I be able to take the class? No chance. So, no, nothing is running in my mind right now, right? It is only Bhagwad Gita, Sri Krishna ji, and my class. So, I am able to focus completely in the class, and I will be. So, now I can focus on God. So, I am established on God's bhakti or devotion. It's clear? Okay, who is going to explain? Usha Baji?
Here, Lord Krishna is telling us to don't think of anything, and we should not be suffer by anything. We should be stable, and we should leave everything on God. We should offer everything to God, and with the God grace, we will get the peace of mind. That peace of mind will not leave us to have sorrow in our life, and or either very happiness in our life. We will be have peace of mind in always there. Like if my husband is not here, if I everything offer to my Krishna, I'm having little bit peace of in my mind, so that keep anyhow my Krishna is there to save my from everything. So like this, everything have to offer Krishna, and he will give the peace of mind, which led to us to God grace or moksha path.
Thank you, Buaji. Akriti?
Yes, ma'am. One minute, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So Raji Krishna is telling that we should gain peace and we should focus on Lord Shri Krishna. And Lord Shri Krishna is also telling us to focus little on our primary duty. We should not only focus on Lord Shri Krishna. We should think of Lord Shri Krishna always. We should always remember him. And we should gain peace and moksha.
Thank you. Sanchi? Siddhant?
Yes, ma'am. So here, Lord Shri Krishna is saying not having any expectations, not being attached to anything, not asking for anything in return, and doing your primary duty and remembering Lord Shri Krishna um, will help Lord Shri Krishna grant you moksha, the path to his abode, and peace. Uh, yeah, so he is saying that you should do all of those things, and he will grant you your the wish of peace, of his abode, and the divine grace.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Rupashri ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. In this shloka, Lord Shri Krishna is telling that we need to have our focus, right? Like if we just focus on our primary duty and are clear with that, we'll have a calm mind, and we should will not be attached to other things. So only with a calm mind we'll be able to attain Lord Shri Krishna. So we need to have get our mind under control and focus on the God for ultimate salvation.
Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much,
Thank you.
ma'am. Nalli ma'am?
So here Krishna says that there should not be any likes or dislikes, and all these scenarios should be same, and also with that state we will achieve peace, and so while we are peaceful and in calm, so that is the time where we just get established with devotion.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Sanchi, you're back.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to explain?
Can I explain after someone?
Okay, Usha Buaji.
Again.
Huh?
So here Lord Krishna is telling us to gain the peace. Peace of mind will lead us to neither feel sorrow nor either feel happiness. We will always be have a stable mind. To do anything good in our life, we should have peace of mind. That will come by controlling our senses and controlling our sense organs, everything. So we should do our primary duties and to let everything to offer to Sri Krishna. So that will make us to peace of mind and which will lead us to have a moksha path.
Thank you, Ritu Babi.
In this shloka, Krishnaji stresses the importance of focusing on our sense organs and focusing on spiritual happiness. And he says that if we remain neutral in all situations, we will, as a prasadam, we will get peace, and that peace will be permanent peace. It will not be like materialistic peace which comes and goes. So once you learn to control your sense organs, the peace which you get is the ultimate peace, which will lead you to moksha.
Thank you. Sanchi. Sanchi.
Yes, ma'am. So here Lord Shri Krishna is telling that if we offer everything to Shri Krishna, we get peace. That's all.